I know how powerful and intoxicating it is. How deeply attached we can become to the worlds we pour our hearts and souls into.
This was the first time I paused the game for 10 to 15 minutes just to make a decision. Maelle or Verso. I was conflicted because I wanted to do what was best for Verso's soul, but I understood Maelle's grief and pain all too well. I chose Maelle because I saw a part of me that would give so much for just one more minute with a lost loved one. The chance to regain the time I thought I had ahead of us, time I learned I no longer had. But also because I considered the population of Lumiere, the Gestrels, and Esquire as sentient beings, but I was extremely unsettled as I watched Verso beg.
Please. I don't want this life.
For it to not end like this. And then in Maelle's ending, all I saw was the puppet Verso had become. Where is the love in control? Where is the gratitude? Where is the humanity? For we are not gods. I understand fully the choice I made, and even still, I would probably choose it again. I understand the healing nature of being able to channel your grief into creation, for that's exactly what I'm doing here. I lost many family and friends in recent years, unexpectedly and too soon. For me, losing my aunt and uncle was especially difficult. There was no more time, no more memories, no more experiences to share. People who believed and trusted in my abilities even more than I did, who could see how far I could go. I was still a teenager when my uncle passed, and I didn't get the chance to thank him. So as a young adult, when my aunt didn't have long, I decided I would express my gratitude to her while I still could. But it wasn't just about thanking my aunt, it was also the words I wasn't able to say to my uncle. To thank them for their belief in me, their love and their patience in teaching me how to play games while letting me learn how to lose. Even in the face of death, I was able to find a semblance of peace, to celebrate the amazing life she lived, and to hear the words she imparted to me after. You're going to go so far and do so well in this life, but you've got to do it your own way. Even if we lose people physically, we can never lose all the important things that they have given to us. Grief is a powerful emotion. It can destroy us or fuel us to new heights. Most importantly, grief can blind us if we don't invite it in. Like an old friend unexpectedly showing up for tea, we cannot escape grief, nor can we control when it will appear. However, we can sit with it for as long as it needs to be sat with, and when it is time for it to go on its way once more, we can let it go. I believe that grief blinded Maelle, and when I sat there incredibly conflicted, pondering which choice to make, it blinded me. It knocked at my door, and I did not invite it in. I was reminded of the love I have for those I have lost, what I do to speak with them once more, for them to see how I've grown. We are not gods. Grief covers Maelle's senses. She doesn't hear the pain and fear in her brother's voice. If we put ourselves in Maelle's shoes, it is no easy choice, as she's had two upbringings that both feel very real. Before our eyes, she would be losing her brother and everyone in Lumiere again. So I understand. But if we hold on to yesterday, what will we become tomorrow? To not be able to see the pain of one you love, to have faults and ignorance to the consequences of our actions. That makes us human. Maelle and her family become gods in order to grieve, to control the outcome from different perspectives. For them to heal and move on is for them to accept their humanity, to accept that life happens whether we want it to or not. After seeing Verso's end scene, I was reminded of the beauty of memories. They open up a path for us to hold a perspective of gratitude, lighting the way forward. I want to know what choice you made at the journey's end. How did you feel? Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and until next time.